The North Fork Championship, that's been my favorite weekend of the entire year for the last 8 years that it's been running. I'm actually the only person to compete in every single North Fork Championship.
Alec Voorhees has 3 top 5 finishes in the North Fork Championship. But he's not the only Voorhees who kayaks the Payette River.
My parents, they met in college at Idaho State, and then they did like an Idaho honeymoon tour. And driving by the North Fork, they watched some old school Idaho paddlers, and my dad followed them along and was like, we have to move to Boise for the North Fork.
Which meant Alec and his younger brothers Hayden and Connor started paddling at a young age.
Starting paddling when we were 6 and just going from there. It's the perfect place to learn how to kayak.
The North Fork Championship has grown into an international event, bringing the best kayakers in the world to Idaho.
Actually, it was more scary than anything else, because it's definitely the hardest race course I've ever paddled. And all the other race courses is more like, you can focus on doing the race, but at North Fork you focus on not hurting yourself.
160 racers, 19 countries.
James and Reagan Bird created the North Fork Championship.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, without James and Regan Bird, the NFC would not be where it is. I don't think anybody else could have really pulled off what they did.
But the Birds have decided to move on with their lives, and they turned the event over to the Voorhees family.
All the credit goes to them. Like we're just taking the torch, and we have new ideas that we want to put in, but NFC is going to be the exact same.
But for a while, the kayaking community didn't know if the NFC would return. But Austrian Andy Brunner tells us he's happy the Voorhees family will continue this tradition.
I know Alec and Hayden a bit, and yeah, I really like them. Cool family, big name in kayaking community. Like everybody knows the Voorhees family.
Alex says it's been a different year. He hasn't had to train for the North Fork Championship as it got canceled because of the pandemic.
Alex Voorhees giving younger brother Hayden a high five on the start ramp.
But he looks forward to welcoming everyone back to Idaho next year.
Myself and my family just didn't want to see it go. It's just such a big part of our family and the paddling community here, and just the international community in kayaking, just being the showcase for extreme paddle sports.
Steve Dent, Idaho News 6.